frog in my throat. Hello everyone, I hope you guys are well and I hope you're ready for the third part of my drugstore week series. We've had part 1, which was my evening makeup tutorial. If you haven't seen that, I will link it here, as well as part 2, which was what's new at the drugstore, and I will link that here if you guys haven't seen that either. But right now, this video is inspired by my cousin Lucy, because when we were getting ready together in Christmas, my sister and I always get ready together every night when we're on holiday, and it kind of becomes a little dancey party affair. Well, just party of 2, but you know. You guys will know that if you watch my vlogs, and I'll link that particular vlog that I'm thinking of below. My cousin Lucy is around 11, and after a couple of nights watching us get ready, I think she decided she wanted to get involved and start learning more about makeup and everything. She came to our room one night and had like piled on her mum's makeup apparently, and it was like white and there was a lot of powder involved, and she said that she tried to do a smoky eye but she ended up with black everywhere, and she said her eyes looked like Pluto, which I thought was so cute. So me and Hannah were like, okay, let's start from scratch. We'll show you like the basics and what you need to know. So I told her I was going to do a tutorial just for her, like the beginner's basics makeup bag. If you're interested in starting out with makeup and don't really know where to begin and want some kind of like foolproof products, this video is for you. So I'm going to show you guys my favorite beginners products and talk you through how I normally apply everything as well. So Lucy, I hope you're watching this and I hope you find it useful. I'm just going to warn you, my naked face is coming very, very soon. So get ready to see the naked face, as always, in 3, 2, 1. My face is feeling a bit naked right now, so I'm going to dish stuff out of my makeup bag right here. The concealer I've chosen today is the Maybelline Instant Eye Eraser. Now this is a really great one because it's like kind of fuss-free and foolproof because of this little sponge applicator. You basically twist it up like this, does a little clicky noise. You sweep it where you need it. So for me, that's like under my eyes, all around here, around my nose. I get a bit red as well, and down the center of my nose always gets a bit shiny and red. Maybe on these couple of blemish marks here as well. This one's quite light as well, so I just blend it in with my fingers. My cousin Lucy just ended up watching my sister and I get ready every night when we were away on holiday. Came in and asked to borrow my concealer and then applied it all down her nose. It's really funny because she actually doesn't need concealer down her nose, whereas like mine gets a bit red sometimes, so that's why I apply concealer down my nose. So it's like completely up to you depending on how red your skin is, how much you need to cover, blah 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 blah. There we go. So you can see that just blends in really easily with your fingers, and it's just really kind of like foolproof. Again, foundation just kind of depends on your skin. I know when I was starting out with makeup, I definitely like 100% wanted a matte finish foundation, and I wish that I kind of listened to my mom, because she was like, you have such flawless skin, you don't need a heavy foundation. But I was like, I just wanted to use foundation. I don't know. Was anyone else like that when they were younger? I just wanted to like pile on all the makeup. But right now I'm using this Silk Edition Boujois compact powder, and I like applying it with the Real Techniques brushes. If you're starting out and you want some good brushes, Real Techniques are definitely where you should look to, because their brushes are really good and really affordable as well. So I'm just going to apply a little bit like this. It just provides like a nice light layer of coverage, just kind of mattifies everything. I know my skin does get quite oily sometimes, so I did like a mattifying foundation, and I still do. This is quite an easy one to apply. You just kind of like sweep it over your skin, buff it in. For bronze, I always like something that adds a bit of warmth and colour as well. So this Maybelline Dream Sun bronze is really good because you have 2 in there. You have a little pink and a bronze as well. So I just take a big fluffy brush, swirl that in the product. If I imagine a little line from my eyeball downwards going down along my face, you don't want to ever apply bronzer to the inside of that line, so you always want to make sure it's like focusing on that half there, just from the top of my earlobe, bringing it down and staying right inside that line. Makes my face look much more warm. Bringing my bronzer along my hairline as well for some reason, just to add a little bit of warmth, but it's just whatever's left over on the brush, which isn't really that much, to be honest. I really like this bronzer because it's not too pigmented. You can't really go wrong with it. It doesn't need too much blending either. I'm not really a big fan of shimmery bronzers. This one doesn't have any shimmer in it, and the sunlight hits you and you're wearing a shimmery bronzer and it's like, Ooh, what happened? Have you been hanging out with Edward Cullen though? I think when you're starting off with eyeshadow, cream products are the way forward because they're really easy to use with your fingers. You don't need any brushes and it's kind of like a non-technique kind of thing. So the Maybelline Color Tattoo ones are really good because the pigmentation's really nice. They add like a really nice kind of like shimmery look to the lids without being too kind of like girly or young or sparkly or anything. And they're really easy to use as well, and they last a really long time on the lid. So I'm going to use the shade Eternal Gold. Lucy was like obsessed with like getting a smoky eye, I think, because she saw my sister and I do a smoky eye the whole time. And I told her you can still do a smoky eye with your fingers and with cream eyeshadow. So I'm just applying this shade all over the lid. And because it's like a shade that's kind of similar to my skin colour, it's not too dark or anything, it just blends really easily. I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. I just apply it with one finger and then sweep out the edges with another finger. So the product's like on my ring finger and then I'm using my middle finger to blend it out. This is actually my favourite shade in the range. It's On and On Bronze. If you want to do a little like smoky eye and an extra bit of definition, I just dab my ring finger on the outer corner of my eye like that. And you can see it's just like I've just applied the extra bit of product just on the outer corner of my eye. Because these are really blendable, I just take my middle finger and then I'm just going to blend it into the other colour like this, just kind of like dabbing and sweeping with my fingers. All of a sudden that one shade had just made this eye look like a bit more nighttime appropriate, a bit more like smoky and defined. I always like adding a bit of eyeliner. I wanted to pick something really blendable but also long lasting. So these Essence Stays No Matter What like crayon eyeliners are really good because they're really easy to use and the nib isn't too fine that it looks really bad if you mess up or anything. I'm just going to take this eyeliner and just sweep it really closely, doing little small strokes really close to my lash line. When I was starting out with eyeliner, I'd always try and do like just one long line really quickly, but it's just about building the colour and like doing it in small little strokes. I love the Max Factor mascaras. This is one I've chosen today. It's the Max Factor Clump Defy extensions. In the US, these are also known as the CoverGirl mascaras. When I apply mascara, I start at the root of the lash and I wiggle to the top and I really kind of like build the product. This one's really natural mascara. It's not going to give you anything like too dramatic, which is kind of what you want when you're starting out with makeup, I think. Just something like you but naturally enhanced. Oh my god guys, when I was younger my brows were just like beasts, okay? Like I had these huge slugs on my face and they were just, oh, they were so ugly, and I had a monobrow and then I had my monobrow like waxed off, and so I just had like 2 huge slugs on my face, and then I took it into my own hands to wax my own eyebrows, and then I had no eyebrows for a while. Like my eyebrows started here, okay? They started like above my pupil and I just looked so weird. I went from like having huge slugs that took over my face to like weird non-eyebrows that started out here. Thank goodness they grew back, seriously. But I know that when they did grow back, my hairs were just kind of like all over the place and they just needed a bit of taming and grooming. So something like this would have been perfect. It's the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. It adds a little bit of like hold, a gel hold, so the hairs stay where they're meant to stay and don't like fly about everywhere. But it also adds a little bit of colour as well in case you need that. So I just sweep this going upwards and outwards through my brows, and then it just makes sure that the hairs stay where they're meant to stay. I've always loved lip products. This is where you can have the most fun on your face, I feel like. I always love a peachy pink lip, just something like light, moisturizing, hydrating, something that doesn't need like too much topping up or anything. This one from Revlon is lovely. This is their cream lipstick in Pink in the Afternoon. Something really similar that I also love is the L'Oreal lipstick in Julianne's Nude. I think it's called Barely Peach. And I also love the Neutrogena moisturizing lip balms because they have a bit of colour in them as well. But I think I'm going to use this Revlon one now because I haven't actually used it in a while. It's really moisturising as well, and it's really kind of has a little bit of a glossy look to it, and I find that it feels really balmy as well. That, guys, is everything in my beginner's drugstore makeup bag. This makeup bag, by the way, is actually by my friend Estee. It's a huge makeup bag. It's such a good one if you're starting out because you can fit brushes and you can basically just fit everything in here. And it has a really great like sturdy zip as well. Why do I love the string that comes on the zip so much? I just find it so easy to open when zips have a string on them. I love the kind of like really in theme illustration that's going on here, and it says Essie Button as well. So I'll link her channel below if you don't know it, and also link to where you can buy this makeup bag if you want it. It's really good. Like, look how much room I still have in here. Like, I could fit so much more in here right now. It's really great as well. I love that it's cream because you can really see everything in your makeup bag and find it really easily because it opens up quite wide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you want to see part 1 and 2 of my drugstore week series, we have number 1, which I will link up here, which is my drugstore evening makeup tutorial, and then number 2, which I will link down here, which was the what's new at the drugstore plus mini reviews as well. I'll see you guys on Monday with the final part of my drugstore week. Definitely check out my blog, which I will link below. Every Sunday I have a new drugstore budget post that goes up. I'll have all my social media links in the information box below for you guys, as well as all the product names and everything. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you soon. Bye! Good mood, ready to seize the day. I'm at Cycle. Can you see these? These are happening at 9:20 in the morning. It's a super grey day, and why not pretend like it's sunny and wear sunglasses when it's a super grey? Is it nosy or mosey round? I think it's nosy round. Let's just use the word look. I've had a look around the drugstore and I've picked up some new bits to show you guys. So I'm gonna give you